Hi, I'm Sean.
I'm Rhonda.
Let's talk about some areas that you can grow as a couple. And one is developing shared meaning. And this can be made up of sharing common belief systems, rituals, roles, goals, values, and symbols.
Let's talk about those. What are they? So, when we think about our common belief systems, that's our core beliefs. And a lot of times those are formed via our family, and thanks to our family of origin. Sometimes we develop these beliefs when we're a child, and they may not be accurate.
Yeah. You know, one area of closeness that is really huge for a married couple is in your spiritual growth. And so
Yeah.
being able to maybe having a time that you talk about something from the Bible together, how you feel about that, what you think about that, could
Yeah.
be maybe praying together as a family, things like that, make church
Yeah.
attendance.
And so, talking about those things, what do we look like? Because it's not about a me thing, a he and a she, it's about a we thing. When things happen and I place a different value than you do on it, whether it be that felt disrespectful, well, guess what? I'm defining that moment as disrespectful, but what if my spouse didn't mean it as disrespectful? The only way we're going to get on the same page is if we talk about it. Well, this equals disrespect for me. And that's part of talking through our core belief
It
systems.
is. You know, having times that this is what our family does. In other words, you know, Christmas, Thanksgiving, 4th of
Yeah.
July, birthdays, all of these are special times that we typically will gather together with family members. And so
Yeah.
having something that kind of identifies you and we find meaning and this is what we do, this is what our family
Yeah.
does. Those are very important to the growth and strength of a family.
And a lot of couples don't talk about their expectations around those. They just get disappointed because, wow, that was important to me and we didn't do it. My husband, my wife wasn't interested. Yeah, but did we verbalize it? Did we slow down and talk about what do we want our Thanksgiving, Christmas, Valentine's Day, the various times of the years, those special occasions? What do we want those to look like?
You know, and connecting together as a family around spiritual things is such a deep part of your growth and strength
Yeah.
as a family.
Then there are roles, right? Who's going to do what?
Oh, yeah.
And having shared meaning as to what he and she will do to carry their weight and responsibility, as well as our setting goals together.
Like, I'm the one that loads the dishwasher, takes out the trash, mows the lawn. She's the one that irons the clothes, that
Or
what?
whatever that
Yeah.
is for you.
Yeah.
That may be
Right.
different depending on your skill
And we
sets.
all have different identity with those roles, right? From our
Yeah.
past, our upbringing.
And our shared goals. Are we going in the same direction
Mm.
so that we're not going in different directions in the way we spend our time, our energy, our efforts, our money, so that we're not tearing at each other by going different ways, but we're in union? Again, like we said, finding what we looks like.
And also, ministry as a couple is a huge
That's
area
huge.
to share in together. There may be something that you, wherever you worship, you could um, serve in some level of ministry, be it maybe a parking ministry, ushering, greeting, some different things like that.
Yeah.
And doing it together as a couple or even as a family can be a really special
Very meaningful.
thing that you share in.
Yeah, for us, that's something that as we pour together into couples ministry, but other things we've done over the years, it does have a uniting sort of effect because we're doing something together and we have a passion together.
Feeding centers, like for example Manna
Sure.
House, areas where you
Right?
could you're helping someone together.
And so we also want to share our stressors. What's going on with
Mm.
you during the day? What are the things you're challenged with?
You know, being able to understand this is where my spouse is challenged and something they're dealing with, and helping them walk through it, maybe not coming across in a "you ought not to,"
Right.
feel that way, but being able to unpack that and talk about, hey, what's going on when you find yourself in this kind of a situation.
Right. And then sharing and comforting each other. We our spouse needs to vent. Now we need to say, "Hey, I just need you to listen." Of course, if we go on and on and on and on, it could be very overwhelming. But to be able to comfort each other and also develop our care for each other. What are your needs? What do you need from me? So that we're going in the same direction on that and not having different expectations.
We all have different convictions in different areas, and being able to understand and appreciate, have a value for the convictions that your spouse has. When we say conviction, we're basically talking about a strong belief.
Right. And so when we look at, to kind of summarize, right, if we develop shared meaning, Dr. John Gottman, this is kind of a huge foundation of what he presented through all of his research. So basically, creating a sense of togetherness around our rituals, like eating dinner together, going on outings together, the way we celebrate birthdays together and other holidays.
Knowing your roles and your place in the family.
That's
This is
huge.
what I do, this is what you do.
Our goals, whether they're practical or spiritual, giving meaning to who I am as an individual.
And knowing the values and the symbols. This is what our family does. This is what we do as a couple. Maybe anniversaries.
This is a great conversation point.
Enjoy it. This is something that you can draw closer by having a better understanding and what you share together as a couple and a family.